In today's video, I'm going to show you how grappling enemies works. And it's not just a simple, you just fucking grapple them. The end. No, like there's actually uses that you can have or do with a grapple. But it's hard to do. So, first things first. I'll go friendly fire. So this is how the grapple works, right? You grapple, and when you grapple, both you and the enemy gets pulled towards each other, right? If you grapple an enemy and you're behind a object, the grapple will detach depending on if it's a 90-degree angle, but you will still keep on getting pulled to him. So it would be very hard in order like that. So also that was also like a glitch basically. So when you grapple someone, if the grapple starts hugging the wall and it actually detaches, the enemy will continue to get pulled towards your direction by an invisible grapple until your grapple finishes pulling, which is kind of hard to explain, but as long as there's a grapple on your screen, the enemy will continue to be pulled. But then, however, once it gets detached, it turns into this basically. So it's hard. Now, there are two different types of grapples. There is a bad grapple, which is this. This is a horrible grapple. Because you and your team, you and the enemy get pulled towards each other, and there's nothing you can do to counteract it. If you hold back, backwards, it will pull you towards him. Doesn't matter. And then there is the good grapple. This is the grapple you always want to go for because you can play around with this so well. You can play around with your enemy. Basically, like if your teammates are over here ready to shoot, you can have this person in basically a locked state because they're going to be constantly being pulled to you. So what you want to do is you want to have your grapple in range of the enemy and only the enemy, right? So if, let's say you grapple the floor and the enemy walks into it, you will get the bad grapple. So the good grapple only works when the grapple, when it is coming back to you, hits the enemy. So the grapple has to be launched, and then on its way back, it has to hit the enemy. If you do this correctly, it will let you walk back, and it will not pull you towards the enemy, which means you can get a lot of grapple distance and basically grapple him up to, let's say you're standing up here and he's down here, you can pull him all the way up to you, which is amazing, right? So let's put this into also when you're in this state, there's obviously a ton of stuff you can do with him, right? So now you can drag him over here and like he's legit on me. Like it's insane the amount of grapple distance you can get off of just pulling him. And obviously the amount of time that you end up grappling someone, that will let your teammates shred them. Because keep in mind, when you do grapple someone, you cannot shoot. You cannot pull out your gun.
Here I go.
And he gets pulled up to me. So you can use these. Obviously, this isn't like
Using grapple.
something you want to use constantly. But let's say there's someone that is running away from you, right? And you can predict their pattern. if you can predict their pattern, all you have to do is grapple, and they will walk right into it. And then from there, you can pull them back to where you want, wherever you want them to go. Now, the only thing is, your good grapple will turn into a bad grapple if you jump. So if you jump, now you start getting pulled towards him. So I think the good grapple is technically a glitch. It's not supposed to happen because I don't think it's registering that the enemy is grappled.
Grappling.
But so if you take any airtime, you will turn it into a bad grapple. If I were to suggest anything, if you are going to grapple someone up to a high place, just don't move. You want to stay grounded as much as you possibly can so that you can make sure that it's always a good grapple and it's never a bad grapple. So okay. So I don't know, I think this is a very interesting thing. The only reason why I decided to like test it out is because of that one clip I did. I don't know, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you find any other use or like, the only thing I want to find out is if there's a way you can pull out your gun while grappling someone, because that would make the grapple 80 times more useful. Because
Grappling.
as of right now, if you do grapple an enemy with the bad grapple, not the good grapple. The good grapple, the enemy, it's going to be very hard for the enemy to hit you. But with the bad grapple, literally, all the enemy has to do is look forward and shoot, and she'll one clip you. Or, yeah, it should pretty much all be headshots. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.